Yes, I. People get ready. Get ready to shut it down. Get ready to fight this wicked step. Get ready. Get ready to fight it down. Get ready to fight this wicked step. People get ready. Get ready to fight it down. Get ready to fight this wicked step. I am ready. I'm ready to fight it down. Get ready to fight that evil system. Oh, God. Fire. I know you're ready to go. Yes, I. Fight them to fight it, man. True. This is a wicked system. A wicked system. The system of mankind is not the system of God. So we got to fight down the system spiritually. So there will be no more oppression. No more oppression. Okay?
Free past the hour of 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the Nature Isle Small Business Buzz. This is the Tuesday edition, and of course, today we promise another in, insightful conversation with another entrepreneur. So, good afternoon, everybody. You know what local business turns simple ingredients into something that can completely transform a meal, or bring people together. You know that is special, right? And sometimes it's about the flavors, sometimes it's about the creativity. You know, and today's conversation promises to be another flavorful and inspiring one as we spotlight another local entrepreneur, and we're staying focused on our local entrepreneurs. It's about their passion, right? And today it's about the food business. So once again, we want to welcome everybody, welcoming everybody to this program, and we will be having our guest. You know, when we come back.
Development Foundation of Dominica introduces its small business advisory services. Get the help and support you need to run your business effectively. Come see us on 9 Great Marlborough Street, Roseau. Let us assist with having your company registered, developing marketing and business plans, record keeping, and the need to knows and provisions for social security, income tax, and VAT. You won't be left in the dark anymore. Let us hand over your key to unlock doors for success. NBFD Small Business Advisory Services now available. Call for 483240 448
Yes, come in. Hold that thought. I'll call you right back. Right back. Adna, Elas Franco, how are you doing? Things are getting really tight in this Gova season. Right now, I just don't know what to do. But Franklin, what are you doing? You're sitting on your money machine. With all them skills and ideas that you have, you can go further, faster. Awawi, go to the NDFD. They've got the best rates on business loans, not to mention affordable business support. They'll get your business registered and help you develop your business plan. They'll design your logo and train small business owners just like you. For real, I go down there now. All jokes aside, NDFD is helping people when others wouldn't.
Oh yes, of course. NDFD, right? Serving the micro, small, and medium-sized sector for more than 4 decades. Imagine that, since 1981, and you are still with me. This is Donald Bercasio of the NDFD, and we are here, with another edition of our Nature Isle Small Business Buzz Tuesday editions, right here, of course, on Q95, the big station, right? Of course, we want to acknowledge Q95 for this opportunity, for this program, Mr. G, and of course, acknowledging as well the NDFD for partnering with Q95, right? Today is the 26th of May, 2026. We just came back from a long weekend, so I hope everybody is well rested. If not, how should I say, well freed up. All right. And of course, today we continue our spotlight on local entrepreneurs, just like I said at the onset. We keeping our focus on our local entrepreneurs, right? And who are, entrepreneurs who are finding creative ways to stand out, add value, and build businesses around products people genuinely enjoy and connect with, right? Now, because in the food business, right? In the food business, it's not just about, feeding people. It's also about flavor, it's about experience, consistency, and creating that something that keeps customers coming back for, for your product, or for your place, right? So our guest today understands that very well, right? Our guest today is, of course, uh shall I say, already a member of the NDFD family, right? So let's see, can we try your microphone, please? There you go. All right. Once again, please. There you go. So, good afternoon. So, would you like to introduce yourself to our listening public and viewing public as well? We want to say hi, of course, to our viewers on Facebook and YouTube. Of course, if you want to view us, you can always go to the Facebook page of Q95 FM, or if you prefer YouTube, then you can also look for the YouTube page of Q95. Yes, dear. Continue. You are.
My name is Even Alcindor. I'm originally from Maho. However, right now I live and operate in St. Joseph. My business name is Flavor Smoked Meat and Fish,
Mm-hmm.
where I imported, for now, it's like mainly imported foods, like fish, sorry, chicken,
Mm-hmm.
beans, drumstick, pig snuggles. But I also incorporate local fish and chicken backs.
Okay, so right now, a bulk of them, you are importing them, right?
Yeah, for now,
Okay,
yes.
yes, for now,
Yes.
right? So what is the reason for that? Really, supply issues.
Yeah, it would mainly be supply because
Hmm.
before the abattoir started the production, so it's importing of meats.
All right,
That is what I had to depend on.
and the name of your brand again is
Flavors, smoked meats, and
Flavors, right? So you're promising, of course, number one,
good flavor.
good flavor, right? So can you identify one by one your products? I know, are all of them smoked meat and smoked fish, right?
Yes, they are smoked meats and fish. So I have chicken, I have pork, and I have fish.
Mm-hmm.
I even have some of them that are mixed.
Mixed.
Yeah,
All
so if
right.
you want a little bit of everything, you can get that.
That is nice. That is nice. But what inspired you to pursue this type of business?
Well, this is something that actually was started by my mom. She started it as a way to preserve the meat that she would buy because we were living in Davis at the time. She just moved there and she didn't have a refrigerator. We know it's a traditional way of preserving meat in America where we use smoke.
Mm-hmm.
So she was doing that. She buy her meat in bulk and just smoke it. We as a children used to be like blues. It
Mm-hmm.
was really nice. Honestly, it was nice. Then she moved back to Maho a couple years after, then to St. Joseph. When she was doing it in St. Joseph, a lot of times she would have people ask her to sample it. So that is where the business idea came from.
Yes, and just of course for the information of some of our listeners and viewers, smoking meat is not just an old tradition, but a very very old tradition,
Yes, it was
right?
one of the
So
first ways of cooking.
definitely because long before refrigeration existed, people's already tried to preserve meat,
Yes.
right? And I believe even ancient civilizations used this technique, right? Now,
Experiment.
curing and smoking, definitely, especially in the Caribbean, smoking and curing is very much connected, like it's deeply connected to survival, to community, especially our fishing communities in the region, farming traditions, and like it's so connected with our culture, right? So it's not just a product, it's actually part of of who we are as a people,
And
right?
it's so associated so much with our independent season, apart from just doing it. And you say like you will have a smoke with broth on the weekends.
Hmm.
It's so integrated into the independent season. So it's definitely part of our culture.
Yes, definitely. So when did you start this business again?
I cannot remember the exact year that it was,
Hmm.
but it was when my mom moved back to St. Joseph. She started doing it, and still as a way of preserving our meat, but with people showing interest in wanting to sample it, she started a business. When she first started it, so I waited a while because she didn't really want me going into it. But then I convinced her, hey, mom, I can do it.
She didn't want you.
No, she didn't want me to do
Okay,
it.
because.
Because she had breast cancer and the doctors here were telling her that the smoking was the reason that she got it.
Mm,
But when she did a program with the Asian doctor, they told her it's impossible because it will have been lung cancer, not breast cancer. So
okay,
that's when she agreed for me to go ahead.
all right,
So
and yes.
I continued the business, like what she taught me, I added to it because she wasn't doing the vacuum sealing that I'm doing.
Mm,
She didn't have a label. She
mm,
wasn't doing the fish that I'm doing. She was doing like some of the small red fish and things like that. She used to
hmm.
do, but I don't do that. I do tuna. I do like small, blue marlin, some of the
Yes.
bigger fish. So I
All
do
right.
those. Yeah.
So it's nice to know that you kind of elevated
Yes, I did.
the business, which I think is is the something that we should expect from like second generation
Yeah.
business owners. Look for something that you can improve in the business that being passed on to you, right? Now, I noticed your slogan or your brand tagline is bringing your meals to life, right? So what does that phrase mean to you personally? Does the life you know coming coming into play? you'll
It's not just a boring
you'll
brand anymore.
yes, yes, definitely bringing the life to
Yes.
whatever you are preparing or cooking at
Bring it
that
to the next level.
definitely. Now, what do you think what do you think people are really looking for, when it comes to, food and flavor today?
Well, I think customers have moved away from wanting it to be like a preserved meat, how we used to do it before, because it used to have a lot of salt before and stuff like that. Right now, customers would actually tell me they like my meat because it's not as salty as some of the others. So
Mm.
that is something that the customers are looking for. They will also tell me, hey, I like it that it's not so dark. So I kind of try keeping to that and what my customers are looking for and stick to that. So I don't disappoint anyone.
That's very interesting. So so it's like over the years you've already developed some standards, so to
Yes.
speak, when it comes to like you know
What they're expecting from me.
yeah, and you are committed to keeping those standards,
Yes.
every time you produce, every time you.
If it's not what I'm accustomed to or what I know my customers are looking for, I don't feel comfortable going out to the market.
All right. So like at the place, at the production area, so you do your own kind of like quality inspection before you allow
Allow it to go out,
to
yes.
go out of the market. That's very interesting. That's very interesting. So far, which is your bestseller?
Pork.
Okay.
We love pork.
Oh yes,
Yes.
yes.
So I do
Hmm.
pig snout, I do sliced pork, I do pigtail. And there are certain customers, like I have Lulu in Gmeat. If I don't have pigtail, I
Hmm.
might as well pass Lulu's door straight.
Oh yeah.
Because
Big up, of course. Big up to Lulu.
she doesn't want to do that pigtail.
Big up to Lulu and all your loyal customers, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Good afternoon to them for sure.
Definitely, of course. Good afternoon to the people of St. Joseph. Right? Anybody you'd like to big up before we continue with the questions? I know you were feeling a little, apprehensive earlier, but I told you should just relax because we're just gonna have a conversation, right? It's just the two of us. But anybody you'd like to, acknowledge right now before we move on to the other questions?
Yeah, sure. I for sure would like to thank my customers for their support. Those who may not be able to always support, but through encouragement, they do that as well. My brother, who always helps me whenever I need to transport, I need to deliver, I can't do it. My partner, who also, he's the one responsible for cutting my wood so
Hmm.
that I don't have anything that is not safe. So I don't use any wood that is unsafe or treated, and he ensures
That reminds me of this adage that says it takes a village to raise a child.
that. That's my baby.
Exactly. So now I want to kind of like paraphrase that. It takes a village or a community to raise a business, a small business especially. So of course we want to acknowledge not just those people who have been helping you, uh, but of course all those people who around our entrepreneurs here in Dominica, because we know how it's difficult their sometimes their lives and struggles are, but because of this very strong support systems, right, they are able to survive, thrive, and even succeed, right? So very good. So Mike, my next question, I know we're supposed to kind of tell them all about all your products, right? Now you already mentioned the pork, which is the bestseller,
Yes.
right? And then you also have, would you like to probably
This is the pig
introduce, so to
snout.
speak?
This is the pig snout.
Okay.
Um, I have sliced pork here. So they usually come different sizes
Hmm.
and different prices, so customers can choose what is affordable for them.
Hmm.
This is the pigtail, so this will be a small one. Sometimes I have
Yes.
larger ones. So
Okay.
while you might be able to buy something that is much larger, another customer might be able to take something more like a medium size.
Hmm.
And this one is chicken backs. That is the imported one. So all what I've shown so far is imported. This is the local backs.
Mm,
It's really nice.
that's really nice.
Yes.
So that's the local
Yes. I used to get from the abattoir before.
local backs.
Yes. I used
All
to get
right.
it from the abattoir before,
Hmm.
but for some reason I wasn't seeing it drop any money. It was a bit more difficult to get the product.
Mhm.
But recently, I got a bin from a local chicken producer.
Oh,
So I
nice.
just brought it back out.
Yes, yes, yes. So are they already available in our local supermarkets?
Well, for supermarkets, I have the chicken and pig snout mix, which is kind of this one.
Mm-hmm.
This chicken
Mm.
and pig snout mix.
All
I sell
right.
it myself $25. But
Okay.
at the supermarket, they do it based on weight, so I'm able to just put it different sizes,
Mm-hmm.
and the supermarket will have different prices. I have one set price because I have one set weight when buying.
Mm-hmm.
It has wings, drumstick, backs, pig snout in there, and you can get this one at
So
Lindemann.
that's like everything is already there.
Everything in there. So the
So if you're
chicken,
having a hard time to choose,
you just think about it.
mm-hmm.
It also has chicken and pigtail mix. So everything I mentioned except the pig snout, that is replaced with pigtail. People who don't eat pork, because we have people who don't eat pork, then
Sure.
I do the leg quarter instead of a pig snout or pigtail. So you get wings, drumstick, backs, and leg quarters for a chicken mix.
Mm-hmm.
The chicken and pig snout only is from that Lindemann. Chicken and pig snout, chicken and pigtail, chicken mix, pigtail is from that Astapats.
Mm.
Smart, all of the mix, pig snout, pigtail, chicken backs. That's at Smart. Bobby's Shop in St. Joseph, Better Deals Enterprise, or myself,
Mm.
you can get all of the different products.
Nice.
Except the fish. The fish is only with me for now.
All right. So if they want to go to you directly, what are the numbers to call?
615-5968
Mm-hmm.
or 317-4733. Both WhatsApp and call.
Yes. Can we say that once more?
Sure. 615-5968 or 317-473.
Or they can, of course, go directly to St. Joseph, right?
Yes.
I think you are in the main streets.
Yes, I'm in Main Street, St. Joseph.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times I'm not there, so that is why people can get at Bobby Shop in St. Joseph.
Yes. And I know for sure, for certain, that you are always at our D marketplace,
Definitely.
correct?
Yes.
And I know you've been with us for like a number of months now, right?
Yes.
Right.
And
So,
soon I have already asked to be able to set up there on a Friday.
oh wow,
Yes.
you're right.
So
So,
soon I'll be doing that.
so you got the approval from the big boss
Yes,
already.
I did.
So of course, I guess it's your opportunity, to thank him, or
Yes, definitely. I would like to thank him for that. Because I
yes,
know that is an opportunity. A lot of customers have been asking me
yeah,
if I have any setup in town, and used to be no, but now I'll be able to tell them, hey, just check me out in front of NDFD. So
definitely.
being there on the Monfen markets, I would be there on a Friday.
So of course, we want to big up Mr. Joseph,
Yes, thank you.
right, for that, right? So, but how did that kind of change the game for you? You being at the marketplace every month end, and then right now you'll be, outside NDFD, I believe every Friday. So how did that change your entire context, so to speak?
It has helped with bringing the name flavors out there. Definitely has helped with that. There are certain customers who say, like, oh, that's where you are now. And I would have to say, well, I'm only here for the
Mhm.
days this month, but I'm not always there. But soon this will be changing. And customers that probably were not expecting me to be there, they would get a card, and now they can contact me, or I would tell them, you can check Lindomart, you can check Astor Fans. If you're in the Portsmouth area, you can go to Better Deals Enterprise.
Mm-hmm.
It helps get the name out there.
So what has this entrepreneurial journey been like for you so far?
Has its ups and downs for sure, but I really enjoy it because this is something that I get to see what I can do with my hands.
Mm-hmm.
The customers feedback, it helps with the encouragement, and keep doing what you do. I like what you do. Or have you tried this instead? Have you done this? Why do you have different prices instead of one set price? And I'm going to explaining it to them, and they say, so if a customer tells me, "Ah, I love your meat, that was tasting so good," I'm going to be grinning from here to here.
And for some people, it's like a simple kind of like acknowledgement of what you can do. But for entrepreneurs like you, it's a big thing, right? It's a really big thing. So, but what are some of the biggest lessons that this business has taught you?
Definitely to never give.
Never give up, never give
There
up.
are times when I've spent, I've expected, everything works.
Wow.
It doesn't.
Wow.
But don't give up.
Don't give up.
Keep going. Try again. And somebody has worked out. It may not be the biggest business as yet, but I am seeing the growth, I'm seeing the difference. I'm seeing the improvements. And it really helps.
So, Ivern, right?
Mhm.
What's the big dream?
Well, so our flavors to be a household name.
Okay.
Dominica, and even abroad, just I do have customers who are overseas.
Mm-hmm.
And oh, that just reminds me, customers in the diaspora, although we don't ship, it's not set up as yet. Um, but customers in the diaspora now have a page that was set up from two Dominicans who live abroad. So we have this year one there,
Mm-hmm.
islandproducers.com. So
Okay.
customers will be able to go on the website, look up the product that they're looking for, the company that they're looking for, flavor from there,
Mm-hmm.
and you can contact through WhatsApp, you can call, you can put your order through on the website. We set up where you'd like to meet or when you're coming to Dominica so that you can be delivered to you.
So, what's the name of the site again?
Islandproducers.com.
.com.
Yes.
Right.
And it also has also.com.
Mm-hmm.
That is OWYFTA.com.
.com.
She's based in England, but she was actually at NDFD and she met me in front of the center.
Imagine that, eh?
Yes.
So the kind of opportunities that the marketplace gives to or creates. Hmm. You see? So
She was told about me. I was actually outside, and she told me, "Hey, you want to join this?" And I did. This Saturday, that was a Friday, so the Saturday following, I went to Jimmy to sell. So I went to my cousin's home, and my cousin said to me, "Do you know about this website?" And I said, "I never even saw it." So you know, the person you're speaking to. I said, "I didn't know that."
imagine that.
Yeah, actually made me get
So you see that not just connecting entrepreneurs with potential partners and suppliers, but of course NDFD and of course our D marketplace also reconnect you with long lost family members. It's now 29 minutes past the hour of 4 in the afternoon. Of course, you are still listening and viewing, the Tuesday edition of the Nature Isle Small Business Buzz. Of course, with Donald Bracassi of the NDFD. And today, this afternoon, we are with Ivern Alcindor, owner of Flavors Smoked Meat and Fish, right? Coming out, of course, of St. Joseph. We're going to continue the conversation when we come back.
The National Development Foundation of Dominica introduces its small business advisory services. Get the help and support you need to run your business effectively. Come see us on 9 Great Marlborough Street, Roseau. Let us assist with having your company registered, developing marketing and business plans, record keeping, and the need to knows and provisions for social security, income tax, and VAT. You won't be left in the dark anymore. Let us hand over your key to unlock doors for success. NBFB Small Business Advisory Services now available. Call for 483240 4488631.
Yes, come in. Hold that thought. I'll call you right back. Right back. Partner, Elas Franco, how are you doing? Things are getting really tight in this Gova season. Right now, I just don't know what to do. But Franklin, what are you doing? You're sitting on your money machine. With all them skills and ideas that you have, you could go further, faster. How are we? Go to the NDFD. They've got the best rates on business loans, not to mention affordable business support. They'll get your business registered and help you develop your business plan. They'll design your logo and train small business owners just like you. For real, I go down there now. All jokes aside, NDFD is helping people when others will not.
4:32. That's right. 4:32 in the afternoon. You are still, of course, listening on Q95. Sorry, listening to the Tuesday edition of the Nature Isle Small Business Buzz. Ivern, talking about Joseph, Saint Joseph, Mr. Joseph, right? I just got a message here, of course, from another Joseph. It's actually the the amazing wife of Mr. Joseph, and that's Mrs. Brenda Morillion Joseph, right? Listening all the way from Trinidad, right? So big up, of course. She's also an entrepreneur. Yes, they create this, these amazing rum punches. Yes, yes. And my favorite. Yes. I'm sorry. Yes, yes, definitely, definitely in Canefield, right? Very, very nice. Especially the coffee flavor. That's my favorite. It's like having the best of two worlds, right? Also want to big up another local, shall I say, rum punch maker, right? Mr. Serge Lom of the Lom Business Heritage Group, right? Of course, another member of the NDFD family, right? Definitely, definitely, right, right, right. And of course, we also want to big up Mrs. Walsh, right? She's always outside NDFD as well, right? Of course, offering this really delicious meals and food every Friday, right? Yes, definitely. And guess what? And guess what's my favorite? You should know. No, you should know. At least every Friday, I take. But you mentioned it. You just mentioned it earlier. Pork. Definitely. So of course we want to big up all our clients, right, and all our partners, right, and of course all our staff, management team, and definitely our all members of our board of directors. Led by Mr. Eddie Bruno, right. So back to you. Back to you. You said you want to highlight some of your other products. Yes. Go on.
The pig snout, pigtail, the chicken. We also have this one. So blue marlin, a lot of people say like they don't like blue marlin because it's too tough.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a matter of knowing how to prepare it. So you don't boil it too much, you don't give it too much heat. And when it's smoked, it actually shreds just as well as you do saltfish. So instead of going and buy saltfish as an imported that's highly salty, you could try some of the flavored smoked fish, shred it, season it, and there you have your breakfast. This one is tuna, yellowfin tuna.
Mm-hmm.
I also have salmon, I do balao, and I do flying fish as well. The flying fish and balao, I bone that so then people don't have a problem with it not being good.
Mm-hmm.
So just incorporating some of our local fish into the flavors meal.
And like you said, eventually you want to have all of them, sourced locally, right?
Yes, that would be good.
So that's part of the bigger vision.
Yes, and this place started introducing
Right, right.
the chicken backs. I feel like there are customers who really love it. There are some who are a bit skeptical because they would think it's the
Mm-hmm.
local chicken would usually have.
Mm-hmm.
But no, it's from people who farm chicken and they sell the meat, they sell the eggs, so get it from them.
Yes, yes. And of course, a lot of people, or some people may ask, why smoked meat and fish, right? Would you like to? answer that?
I smoke mint because it is part of our culture. It is something that we know,
Mm-hmm.
and we cannot leave our culture like that special. So if you don't have smoke meats in, let's say, independent season, or you don't have it to add to the broth on Saturday, some people would add it to their red beans on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't have that, what would you get? Like some canned goods that's important.
Mm-hmm.
It wouldn't work out. It would not be
Yeah.
Dominican.
Yes,
So
yes,
we
yes.
definitely would always have smoke meat as part of our culture here.
And I think, there are also other like culinary benefits. Like for example, in terms of, like you said, flavor, it's richer, right?
It's
Of
something
course,
different.
and of course the aroma, the experience, right? And I think one of the biggest, I think, benefits is the versatility of the product,
Yes, there are many
right?
different things we can do.
Exactly. And of course, the idea of preservation,
Yes.
right?
After my year, because I was in the
I was about to mention that, but yes, continue.
a lot of customers were able to get meat from me because all like no electricity, so we don't have the refrigerator, and I was still able to continue my business at that time. So all I did was smoke, and customers would actually come for, hey, I'm trying to make a profit. You have something I can put in it. It still worked out. So,
Hmm.
apart from just the broths and the red beans, a lot of customers now are using the smoked fish to make pies.
Hmm.
So we can do that. One of the ideas that I have, I'm going to try doing is fish balls using the smoked fish instead of saltfish.
Hmm.
That as a free sample whenever I come to one of the markets. So customers will know there are other things that you can do with smoked meat apart from just putting it in.
Right. I just want to complete my statement earlier because I mentioned, Ma Joseph or Branda's product, but I didn't mention the brand name. The brand name of the rum punches is Crystal Care Catering Services.
Crystal
S-
clear.
Yeah, Care. Crystal
Care.
Care.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. Crystal
So
clear.
not only they do catering, but they also create this, I believe, magnificent rum punches, locally
Nice.
made. Yes. Well, later I'll tell you. But let me tell you,
But coffee flavor, right?
coffee, definitely. Coffee, number one, and number two, on Fridays only. Oh yes, oh yes. But let me tell you, I know there are so many other, similar, small businesses out there like you, right? What do you think separate you from, kind of, make you unique, more unique than them? Because I know they're,
It's already in the name.
flavors,
Yes.
flavors.
It's not just salt and meat. It's
Uh-huh.
the season. It's well prepared. I take my time when I do it.
So I think that's one thing that I really notice, right? It's your passion. I can feel it from where you're sitting, you know. And like you
I
said,
really
you,
enjoy it. Again, it is something that my mom started. So, and she's not here right now. So I really want to continue it.
wow,
When she started, there are people that would meet me. I can remember when your mom celebrates.
that's amazing.
So I
And
really
that
enjoy
kind of connection to the past,
it. Mm-hmm.
I think that's a great foundation as well, because
It is.
you have a bigger reason to continue doing this,
Yes. Sometimes
right?
I would feel like I wish she was here to see
Oh
where
wow.
where it has come from, where it was, where it is now. Because when she was here, it wasn't yet in the supermarket. That is something that happened last year, late last year. Went to S Mart and then Indimart and then Assurance. So to see that it has grown, I really look forward to see that.
What would you have probably told her if she were here or something like that?
I'll come back for teaching me for sure.
Hmm.
And helping me to be the person that I am today. That I don't give up. If I have an idea on something, I will work at it until I see it grow or reach further than where I would even think that it would. My grandmother was the one, apart from my mother doing the smoke meat, my grandmother got me into the selling the thing. That's something I've never had done.
And somebody is already supporting the claim, supporting the claim, so to speak. supporting the brand promise, so to speak. And that's on, I believe, on Facebook or YouTube. And that is Celia King, right? She's saying, Evern, Evern has the best smoked chicken and meat. Celia, big up. I'm sure she's one of your biggest customers, isn't she? Yeah. Yes. Yes. Definitely. Definitely. So So right now, so today is Monday, correct? No, Tuesday. Sorry, Tuesday. Yeah, I know, I know. It's Tuesday. It's we are on the Tuesday edition. Come on, it's probably the scent that I'm taking right now. That's kind of making me a little confused. Yes, yes, yeah. Good effect, huh? Good effect, good effect. Yes, yes, yes. So it's Tuesday today. This Friday you will be outside NDFD, right? So all they have to do is to be there, right? Past, but they must be early because right now you are being heard, all over, not just Dominica but the world, right? So what are the numbers to call again if they want to get in touch with you now? Probably for, you know, who knows, advance orders or bulk orders, or maybe partnerships. And that's both direct and WhatsApp, right? And then the site again, which of course our diasporans can go to and probably place, yes, orders. Sorry, can you repeat that, please? For free in the afternoon, you are still on Q95, the big station. This is the Nature Isle Small Business Buzz with Donald Bercasio, of course, of the NDFD, right? We want to acknowledge, by the way, our team. They went to the Kalinago territory this morning for our Office to the People program. So instead of our brothers and sisters in the Kalinaga territory, doing that long trip to Roseau, we just bringing NDFD to them. So that is oh, definitely, since 1981. Right, so we want to big up, of course, that team is led by, of course, Mr. George Challenger, one of one of our pillars over at the NDFD. We have Mr. Leblanc, and of course the newest addition to the team, Miss Dubiso, right? A lot of French surnames. But Ivern, once again, can you promote your brand? Start with the brand name and the different products, and of course the way to reach you. I just have I, I just had to whisper that.
Somebody would ask me if I'm crazy.
That
There are certain things that I've tried, and the person was checking. You
Wha-
serious about
yeah, yeah. Yes, you have to be you have to be what you call it, come out of the box,
Yes, because
and
everybody does backs, wings, drumstick.
Mhm.
But there are people who don't do pig snout, but you can get pig snout and flavors. You can get pigtail and pig flavors. Not everybody does that. There was a time I actually tried.
Mm,
Believe me, it's nice.
it's
It's just
nice.
that it's so expensive to do that and then resell it.
Hmm.
Because someone told me not be too pleased. So I had to leave that one alone.
But you are, or are you in a, like, in a happy place now when it comes to your business?
Yes, I am.
You are,
Yes. I
and
can be happier.
definitely.
I can
But
be
you're
happier.
happy.
Let's be sure.
Yes.
But yes, I am happy.
But it's something that also very nice about you, because even when you are, I notice it when you are in our D marketplace, you're always in this kind of like a, nice vibe or disposition or spirit, and I think that's helping a lot, right?
Yes.
So
But
even
I'm
Mhm.
actually a very serious person. And because people would like call me out on it at times. So you cannot be sitting on the road selling on
Oh, so maybe those are the times when I saw you. Those are the times when you were speaking with your customers or your good customers. But let me ask this question. What would you say, since you said you're happy, but you could be happier? As we of course you know r- slowly reaching the end of our program. I want to ask this question, Ivern. What would you say to someone out there listening right now who wants to start a small food business, but for some reason is afraid to take that big leap?
There's nothing to be afraid of. You try it, you get like a lot of the things that I have implemented is based on feedback that I've gotten from my customers. So you listen to your customers. You try out different things, you look to see what works. You don't be afraid to try new things. Never do that because if you're afraid, you will not start. If you wait for the perfect moment, you will not start. If you wait to have every like how do you say having all of your ducks in a row, you will not start.
Mhm.
So you just have to put one foot in front of the other and just keep going.
You had such big phrases today, Ivern, which I believe are really, really outstanding. Number one, you said never give up. Number two is there's nothing to be afraid of, right? And number three, you said something about kind of, in so many words, you want to tell them to just do it.
Yeah,
Just do it,
you
right?
have faith and you do it.
Right.
God will definitely help you. You do it.
Definitely, definitely, definitely. As of course we reach 10 minutes to 5 in the afternoon, right? You are still with me, Donald, and you are still tuned in to the Tuesday edition of the Nature Isle Small Business Buzz here on Q95, the big station, right? When we come back, we're gonna wrap up this program. Okay, we still have a few minutes, so stay tuned.
Advisory services. Get the help and support you need to run your business effectively. Come see us on 9 Great Marlborough Street, Roseau. Let us assist with having your company registered, developing marketing and business plans, record keeping, and the need to knows and provisions for social security, income tax, and VAT. You won't be left in the dark anymore. Let us hand over your key to unlock doors for success. NBFD Small Business Advisory Services now available. Call for 483240 or 488631.
Yes, I mean,
And it's now 9 minutes to the hour of 5 in the afternoon this Tuesday, the 26th of May 2026, right? So May 26, 2026. right? And of course, we are still with Ivern Alcindor of Flavors, Smoked Meat, and Fish, right? And to summarize, right? To summarize, why would you try or why would you have a smoked meat tonight or tomorrow, right? I think you said so many words, but to summarize, that smoked meat is, of course, not just about flavor, it's also about tradition, it's about preservation, aroma, and turning that ordinary mealtime into something memorable, right? Or in short, right? In short, bringing your meals to life or bringing it alive, all right? All right, 8 minutes to go. We only have 8 minutes. Ivern, your turn. Would you like to, of course, maybe you may have other people that you want to acknowledge at this point?
My cousin that I had only just met
Wow.
told me
What is the name of the place again?
it's Better Deals Enterprise in
In
Portsmouth.
Portsmouth. Wow. And I was just there over the weekend. So big up to you. Better Deals
Better Deals Enterprise.
Enterprises.
As the Kalibishi lady,
Hmm.
she has that. She took a chance on my product and she has been loving it since.
That's amazing.
I would like to thank her.
All right. So thank you very much to you for coming on the program. I know you were a little scared. No, not scared, because there's nothing to be afraid of, right? You were a little nervous, right? And of course, you did it. You did it. Even you even did it with flying colors and flying flavors. All right. So yes, it's now 7 minutes before we hit the hour of 5 in the afternoon, and with that, right, and with of course with that, we come to the end of today's edition. Imagine that, that was quick. I told you so, right? So today's conversation reminds us that behind many great products are amazing and inspiring stories of passion, of persistence, creativity, entrepreneurship, and that very strong family tradition and connection, right? And of course, you know, mothers and grandmothers, and we so love them, mothers and grandmothers. Businesses, of course, like Flavors, Smoked Meat, and Fish, right? Show us that even something as simple as flavor can become an opportunity to build a brand, create value, and connect with people.
Yes.
Of course, a sincere thank you to you, Ivern Alcendor, for joining us and sharing your entrepreneurial journey, your insights, right? Your big phrases that I'm sure a lot of people will remember, right? And passion with us this afternoon. And of course, to all our entrepreneurs listening, especially those in the food business and creative industries, continue refining your craft, continue believing in your vision, and continue finding ways to stand out in the marketplace. To our loyal listeners, right, tuning in from your homes, your workplaces, shops, where again on the road, inside buses or at snackets, we truly appreciate your continued support and engagement every single week. So be sure to join us again next Tuesday, same time, right here on Q95, the big station, right? Until then, this is Donald Bricasio wishing you a safe, productive, and flavorful week ahead. Want to say happy birthday to my mom. Speaking of mothers, want to say happy birthday to my mother. Yes, her name is Ida. Happy birthday to you. Yes, yes. Repeat that again, please. There you go. So till next time, we are here with Vern of Flavors. This is Donald. Bye bye.
Introduces its small business advisory services. Get the help and support you need to run your business effectively. Come see us on 9 Great Marlborough Street, Roseau. Let us assist with having your company registered, developing marketing and business plans, record keeping, and the need to knows and provisions for social security, income tax, and VAT. You won't be left in the dark anymore. Let us hand over your key to unlock doors for success. NBFD Small Business Advisory Services now available. Call for 483240 448 8631.
Yes, come in. Hold it, hold it, hold that thought. I'll call you right back. I'll be right back.